Before I begin, let me ask you something. Are you brave enough to listen to the stories that most people would rather forget? Stories that crawl under your skin and whisper to you at night. If you are, then subscribe to this channel, Evil and Masked, because the deeper we go into the darkness, the more you'll need a light. Hit the bell icon so when I upload the next story, you'll know before the shadows reach you. Now let me take you back into the jungle, the one that swallows people whole. It was a humid night, the kind where the air feels heavy, like the jungle itself is breathing. A man named Rajesh was driving home late, taking a shortcut through the forest road that locals always warned against. His car broke down. The engine caught, sputtered, and then silence. He stepped out, cursing under his breath, flashlight in his hand. The trees were unnervingly still. Not a bird, not a cricket, just silence. He tried his phone. No signal. The road was empty. He decided to walk. He thought the village wasn't too far. Hours later, when the police found him, he wasn't walking anymore. He was sitting, leaned against a tree, as if calmly resting. But his chest cavity was wide open. Every organ was gone. His heart, lungs, liver vanished. No blood. His flashlight lay beside him, still on. But what horrified them most was his face. His eyes were wide, staring into the treetops, frozen in terror, like he had seen something above him, something the human brain wasn't meant to process. A month later, two young brothers from a nearby town decided to prove the villagers wrong. They laughed at the stories. Demons with anteater heads? Razor claws? Folklore for the weak-minded, they thought. They walked in at dusk, carrying cameras, determined to catch the monster on film. The next morning, only one body was found. The elder brother, lying his face down, his back carved open with surgical precision. His organs gone, ribs neatly separated. But the younger brother was missing completely. No blood, no clothes, no camera, nothing. It was as if he had never entered the jungle at all. But here's the part that no one in the police wanted to admit. The elder brother's corpse had claw marks around his neck, as if he had been dragged for miles. The trail ended at a massive tree, and carved into its bark were two deep symbols, like horns, fresh, bleeding sap. If you've made it this far, you're different from most. Most people would have already turned this off. But you stayed. That means you are curious. That means you are not afraid of the dark. Or at least, not yet. Subscribe if you dare. Because the story isn't done. There are more souls the jungle has taken. And you should hear how. Her name was Aarti. She wasn't a thrill seeker. She wasn't looking for trouble. She often took evening walks near the forest edge. But one day, she decided to step deeper, saying she wanted fresh air. That was the last anyone saw her alive. 2 days later, villagers found her body sitting beneath a massive tree. She looked peaceful, like she was meditating. Her stomach had been opened with, again, terrifying accuracy. Her organs gone. Here's the part that chilled even the investigators. There was no sign of struggle, no broken branches, no torn clothes. It was as if she had willingly sat down, closed her eyes, and allowed herself to be dissected alive. The villagers began whispering again. The demon doesn't just kill, it chooses. The last known disappearance was an outsider, a journalist named Daniel from Europe, who had come to debunk the myth. He mocked the villagers, saying, "Demons don't exist, and this was just a hysteria." He entered with his heavy cameras, recording equipment, and a team of 2. By morning, the team returned screaming. Their faces were pale and hands shaking. They claimed Daniel had wandered ahead, mocking the shadows. They heard him scream. By the time they ran to him, he was gone. But the cameras, the one Daniel carried, were found smashed to pieces. Every wire ripped out, every lens shattered, almost as if something didn't want its face to be seen. And when they checked the ground where Daniel disappeared, they found claw marks deep into the soil, as if something massive had pulled him under. Daniel's body was never recovered. 7 people gone, some found with their insides removed, some vanished forever, and yet every time, no blood, no struggle, just silence. The locals whisper about a demon with horns, the head of an anteater, and claws sharp enough to cut through bones without spilling a drop of blood. Twice a year, on no moon's night, it comes out to hunt. Modern science has no explanation. Surgeons can't describe the precision. Investigators can't explain the lack of blood. Cameras never capture it. And yet, the bodies keep appearing. We are moving forward as a species. We have satellites in the sky, machines that think, and lights that never go out. But no matter how bright the world gets, the darkness is still following us, and it isn't going anywhere. If you want to walk with me deeper into the darkness, subscribe now and hit the bell icon. Because this is only one story, but there are countless more. The jungle is still there, waiting, hungry, and it will swallow again. Until next time, stay safe out there.